Let's take a quick look at what a game of Sovereignty of Dust looks like, and go over some of the basic mechanics of the game. At the top of the screen is our mock opponent, playing as the Ward faction, and at the bottom of the screen is us, playing as the Staten Island Resistance. First, let's take a look at a character card. In the top left and bottom right, you'll see the character's power number. This number not only indicates how many dice a character rolls when attacking, but also denotes how many hits he or she can sustain, and also how many victory points the character is worth at the end of the game. In the bottom left, you'll see the character's name, and just above that, in this instance, you'll see the letter M. In this case, M stands for medium. There are three classes of characters in this game: light, medium, and heavy. This refers exclusively to what items that character can use. For instance, a rocket launcher would be wielded by a stronger unit, while a baseball bat or a rifle would generally be carried by a slightly smaller unit. In the center of the table is the basic layout of the game. A reference card in the middle tells you what cards go where on the board. This is where the item deck, mission deck, resource cards, and intel cards will all be positioned. Whichever player took the first turn of the game is in control of the environment deck. At the beginning of each of his or her turns, a new card from the top of the deck is revealed. This deck contains daytime and nighttime cards that not only have a huge impact on the gameplay itself, but also serve as a timer for when the game ends. This deck can be adjusted to different sizes for whatever length of game suits your needs. Some examples of the environment deck are radiation sickness, famine, and heavy rain. For the duration of this video, we're going to go ahead and progress the game to nighttime. The card drawn was a Quiet Night card, with no lasting effect on the round. For the sake of teaching, we're going to assume that on our opponent's previous turn they captured one of our characters. I'll go ahead and place Eagle here over in their victory points pile. Throughout the course of the game, you will inevitably lose some of your characters. Not to worry, you'll have a fresh lineup every turn, and occasionally you may even be able to rescue some of those captured characters of yours. At the start of each of your turns, you'll take any cards you have left in play and place them into your exhaust pile. Then, you'll draw 3 new characters from the top of your deck to form your front line. If your deck is empty, you simply reshuffle your exhaust pile and form a new deck. On each of your turns, each character may make one of 2 different actions. They may either scout or attack. Attacking is simple. You'll declare what character is attacking, who their target is, and roll a number of dice equal to the attacking character's power. Any rolls of 5 or 6 count as hits. In this example, Welk will be attacking Giovanni. If a character is dealt damage equal to or greater than their power, the attacking player may claim that card and place it into his or her victory points pile. Otherwise, place a number of wound tokens on the character card equal to the amount of damage dealt. This damage will remain until the player's next turn, at which point the card is placed into their exhaust pile like normal and the damage is removed. After each character makes an action, turn the card face out to represent it having been used for the turn. Now let's use an item. Crash is going to use his sniper rifle to augment his attack. The sniper rifle may be used only by a medium unit, and allows Crash to hit on a 3 or better, instead of a 5 or 6 only. He'll be attacking Palazzo. Simple as that. Now, we're moving on to the scout action. When a character scouts, the player rolls both the red and green dice. The green die is referred to as a clean scout roll, and the red die is referred to as a dirty scout roll. The clean roll represents a solid lead without much risk or danger associated with it, while the dirty roll represents an inherently dangerous situation, and the scouting character is immediately given 1 damage token if this option is chosen. For this reason, a character with only 1 power cannot choose the red die. However, both dice are still rolled even if a scouting character only has 1 power, because rolling doubles is what activates each faction's unique ability, which is listed on the back of the player aid cards. Once either the clean or dirty leader chosen, you do one of the 5 following actions. If a 1 is rolled, you are able to draw an intel card. If a 2 is rolled, you are able to draw an item card. If a 3 is rolled, a resource card is drawn. A roll of 4 is a mission in the Wastelands. We'll get back to that one in just a moment. 5 is a trade caravan where you can trade goods, equipment, and even other people's units that you have captured for cards from the item deck. And finally, on a roll of a 6, you may choose any of the 5 options you'd like. For the sake of this example, we're going to assume we rolled a clean 6. Since the night vision goggles we have in our hand are a tradable item, we could give these over to the caravan in exchange for 2 item cards. We're going to hold on to those, though, and attempt a mission instead. Mission cards are broken down into 4 sections. What you need to do in order to succeed the mission, any special perks you might get besides points if you're successful, any failure penalties associated, and finally a point value in the bottom right corner. We've drawn the mission card, Reclaim Grand Central Station. It requires us to roll a single die higher than the number of players in the game, and is worth 3 points. Since there are only 2 of us playing, it's a safe bet we're going to roll higher than a 2. But just to make sure, let's go ahead and play those night vision goggles we're holding on to. They allow us to add an extra die to a mission we're attempting, but are only usable at night. So let's roll our 2 dice. And there you have it. Mission successful. This card goes into our victory points pile. And finally, included in Sovereignty of Jest, are optional landmark cards. They're attackable and can be claimed just like attacking a unit. However, each one has a special ability that only the claiming player knows, which can be used when applicable. I don't want to ruin the surprise for you, so you'll have to wait and see those cards for yourself. Anyway, that just about wraps up our overview of the game. Simple yet deeply strategic. I hope that you'll enjoy this game every bit as much as I do. Thank you.